Hi everyone, and welcome to another video from Explore the Outdoor. I'm so sorry it's been a while, but I've been really busy with work, family life, you name it, everything. But yeah, I'm back with another video today. Today I've come to Holmfirth, which is in Yorkshire. And Holmfirth is home of Last of the Summer Wine, very famous BBC TV show which ran for 20 plus years. So we're going to have a look around, see what we can see if there's anything that rekindles your memory of the show. I haven't just come here about Last of the Summer Wine. I've actually come here because it's quite a nice place. It's surrounded by moors, countryside, streams, you name it, everything. So we're going to have a look around and see what we can see. So this was Crown Bottom Car Park, which was in Holmfirth. It's probably one of the bigger car parks in Holmfirth, and it was used for quite a lot of filming during Last of the Summer Wine. What I like about this car park is it's very cheap as well, and parking only applies till 4 p.m, excluding bank holidays. There's quite a few spaces, but due to the popularity of the town, it does get quite busy. Within the car park there is some information about Holmfirth, some of the more iconic scenes, some of the more popular scenes, and this is one of the bridges that is definitely featured on the show. As I went down towards the river, it was quite fast flowing because of the weather, and there was a slight break in the weather, and there was this little duck sitting here, but I think it had something wrong with its foot. I ventured up into the town centre, and you can see the blue sky, the sun there, and this was the last I saw of that blue sky. The water was really fast flowing, and the town centre looked gorgeous actually. But let's go and have a look at some of the more iconic scenes in Holmfirth. So as you've just seen, the high street, there's plenty of shops, and this is probably one of the most familiar sights that you will recognise from Holmfirth if you're a fan of Last of the Summer Wine. This is the Sid's Caff, known as Ivy's Caff as well in the later episodes, and this is the square that there was a lot of filming done during the production. These steps are very iconic, very important, as some of the cast members have been seen going up there many times during the episodes. The cafe was open, it's open for business. There wasn't that many people in, so I decided to have a look inside the cafe, and let's have a look. Yeah, let's see what's inside. So inside the cafe there, as you can imagine, focuses on Last of the Summer Wine. There's lots of prints, photographs, paintings that you can buy, and if you've ever watched the show, it totally matches how it looks inside, apart from they've moved the counter around a little bit, but you get the essence of it, you get why it is, and I was really pleased. As I come out, I noticed this tour bus. They do tours of Last of the Summer Wine. Unfortunately, I couldn't go on because there has to be a minimum of 4 people on the bus at one time, and because of the weather there would have been only me, but I mentioned this a little bit later on in the video. So behind the scenes, behind Holmfirth, you've got all these little nooks and crooks, alleyways, very familiar with the show. You might have seen Compo, Clegg, Foggy running up and down these alleyways, getting into mischief. The very famous Penny Lane bookstall here, which is featured in a lot of shows as well. But Holmfirth, I can imagine this looking really blooming in the summertime, and I think it's worth another visit. But this is what I came to see. There we go, straight across the river there is Nora Batty's house and Compo's house. Probably one of the most famous locations in Holmfirth. So if you're a fan of the show, you'll instantly recognise this area. This is Compo's house, and there's information all around the site. Nora Batty's house is actually a cottage, self-catering accommodation that you can actually rent out, believe it or not. And as we turn around, you will see the steps here, the famous steps. I did actually have to go and pretend to ring the doorbell as part of my trip here. Unfortunately, luckily, Nora Batty didn't come out and whack me with her brush. I was really disappointed the exhibition museum wasn't open. It's got everything inside from the shows, and it's actually a little. You get to go inside Compo's house, and I was really gutted that it wasn't open. There was a sign on the door saying back in 5 minutes, but an hour later I went back and there was nobody there. But as I was walking around Holmfirth, you get to see those hills again, iconic features in the show where the three lads were walking on them every day. It makes you feel as though it's all in one area, but the filming was so vast, it was spread out across tens of square miles. It's all done in different parts. This is Holmfirth, obviously, where most of the filming was done, but it was really spread out, and I go and visit some of the other locations, which you'll see in a moment. So that was Holmfirth, the central point of Holmfirth. On the map there's lots of surrounding areas which have relevance to the sitcom Last of the Summer Wine, so we're going to take a venture to some of these places now, which are all local in the area. It just wasn't all filmed in one place, it was filmed in further places, such as Huddersfield even, which is quite a few miles away. But the majority, the main sort of iconic scenes and places were filmed in Holmfirth. So like you've seen Sid's Caff, Nora Batty's house, Compo's house. I really wish I could have had access to the shop, the museum. It said back in 5 minutes, but that was an hour ago, so I don't know what's going on there. I even looked at the tour bus. I spoke to the tour guy and he said he couldn't operate it unless there was 4 people. So we waited for a while, and there was only me standing there, and that would have meant I would have had to cover the cost of 4 people, 40 quid, and it wasn't feasible, that. So maybe next time we can do the tour, 45-minute tour, and it takes you around all the really good places, all the most popular places. So we're going to take a look at some of the pubs that were used in the show, and some of the other main scenes and iconic figures in the show. So this little town is called Marsden, and a lot of filming was done here as well. As you can see, it was absolutely chucking it down. With guys today here in Marsden. It's absolutely chucking it down. Famous place for Last of the Summer Wine, but I don't know how much I'm going to get filmed today. As you can see, the weather is absolutely torrential, but we'll see. So I've been here a couple of times. This is another scene where a lot of filming was done, and I've never seen the river stream flowing this fast before, and it was actually getting worse as the day went on. It actually rose quite a bit, but I didn't get some more footage of that. I just had to get this puddle. It was just absolutely soaking, and I was drenched at this point. But this is another scene. This was Auntie Wainwright's shop. A very devious character in the show who, you know, you couldn't go into the shop and come out of the shop with nothing in your hand. She actually sold you something. She was a masterclass salesperson there. But yeah, it looked like it was up for sale and it was sold. This was another scene just across the way there. It's now like a beauty sort of studio, but that was a pub. That was in one of the Christmas specials. So explore the outdoors, does not let anything stop him from getting the shots he needs. Even the torrential storm that's upon us now. Storm Ellen, is it? I don't know. It's absolutely chucking it down here in Marsden, but I'm doing it all for the videos for you guys, and because I love it and I've got nothing else to do, so why not? So I hope you've enjoyed some of the locations you've seen so far. The thing is, I'm going to hang around a bit until it's dark, because the lights here look absolutely fab when they're all lit up. So should be getting dark pretty soon, so hopefully get some lights. I'll dry off a bit in the car and then see where we go from there. So this was the White Horse pub in Jackson Bridge within the county of Holmfirth, and this was another iconic area where most of the filming was done. And the houses above, that is where Norman, Clegg and Howard and Pearl's house are. This was the sort of drive into where their houses are. I didn't want to go down and protrude on people's land, so I just was respectful of that. But I went back to Holmfirth towards the end of the day to catch the Christmas lights, to see what they were like, and this is what I got. So enjoy. So within Holmfirth, in Upper Thong, in St John's Church, is the resting place of Bill Owen and Peter Sallis, two of the main characters in the show, Norman Clegg and Compo. They requested to be buried here because they fell in love with the show so much. Sadly, Bill Owen died in July 1999, and Peter Sallis in June 2017. And this is their resting place now, which overlooks Holmfirth itself.